how can we reset our circadian clock? We start by when we wake in the morning, we go out in the sunlight, early morning sunlight, and that increases our dopamine production. So these cycles starts with dopamine in the morning, then you have serotonin at noon, and then we get to melatonin at night. So this is the three hormones that are responsible for the circadian clock.
Hello, lovely people. Welcome to Ezra Wellness, where you'll learn proven ways to healthy living. This is your lady, Salome. Today, I am very thrilled because I have one of my colleagues in this industry of health. Her name is Kareema Baksh. She is a certified functional nutrition counselor and also certified by the American Association of Drugless Practitioners. Karima used to be a pharmacist in her homeland country, Trinidad and Tobago. But when she moved to the United States and saw the way that people need help in this area of functional medicine, she decided to pursue this area instead of going back into pharmacy. So she's loved what she does. Karima is a mom, she's a grandmom, and she's a woman who loves what she does. Karima is a cancer survivor herself. For over 4 years now, she did the conventional and also functional approach. So I'm very thrilled to have her here to interview her on this important topic. Hi, Karima. Welcome to Ezra Wellness.
Hi, Salome. So nice for you to introduce me. I love it. Thank you so much. It was a great pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Karima, I know you're a busy woman, so I don't want to take so much of your time. But today I want us to talk about managing weight at menopause, because I know this is what you do. You deal with women that are in their menopause, around it and everything. So let's dig right into today. So when we say menopause, what does it mean?
Okay, so menopause means the cessation or pause of the menstrual cycle. It means that menopause is a natural transition from one life cycle to another. And it's a single occurrence that only takes place for a few days. But we know it has happened when a woman has missed her period for a complete year.
Okay. So this woman has missed her period for a whole year, then we know that she's in menopause. So that means it's happening in retrospect. Well, but what about all the signs that women complain about? The hot flashes. I can't sleep. I get cold. I got hot. I don't want it. You know, so many things that women experience. What is that period called?
That period is called perimenopause. So menopause, actually, perimenopause starts from around the age of mid-30s to late 40s, because actual menopause starts around the age of 51. So between that mid-30s to late 40s is when you have those symptoms that appear to be, that Salome was mentioning, the hot flashes that women go through, the inability to sleep, the stressed out feeling. So it's basically happens at that stage where we will concentrate on the two female hormones, mainly the estrogen and the progesterone.
Okay, so these two female hormones, what is happening to them at this time that is causing this changes?
Okay, so what happens is the progesterone they both start declining, but progesterone declines faster than the estrogen.
Okay.
So you have an imbalance. The ratio between estrogen and progesterone is imbalanced.
Okay. So this imbalance, does that mean it makes the estrogen more than the progesterone? That's why you by the imbalance?
That's correct. And that is what we call estrogen dominance. And this is what brings about all those symptoms like the hot flashes, the dizziness, the night sweats, the anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Their list is endless and everybody is different. What I want to ask you is there any other thing apart from we aging? Is there any other thing that could contribute to menopause in a woman's life, that this person is not even 40 yet, but they start to experience menopause? Is there any other thing that could contribute to early onset of menopause?
Of course, it could be genetics.
Okay.
Right? Somebody who because we are all it's all about bio individuality. So genetics is one. If they have gone through chemotherapy or radiation or anything like that, could also interfere with it and cause a woman to have earlier menopause.
Wow. When you're listening now, you know you don't have to be scared because it's a transition from one life to another one. That is why we're doing this. So if you have the knowledge, then you are armed and you don't get worried about it. One thing I really want us to talk about today is the weight gain and menopause. You know, women tend to get weight after these hot flashes and everything. We gain a lot of weight. What contributes to this weight gain and menopause?
I would say there are three main factors that we could talk about today that will contribute. I'm sure there are a lot more, but we'll talk about these three today. Okay. The first one will be increased insulin resistance, stress, and sleep. So increased insulin resistance is when the estrogen levels drop, so your metabolism slows down. So when your metabolism slows down, you start to store fat, and the fat shifts from your hips and thighs into your abdomen.
I want you to just explain a little bit to my viewers because about the insulin resistant. What is that?
That's when your cells cannot take up the insulin.
So you might have some degree of that, but then at menopause, it makes it more.
It makes it more. We all have some of it, but as we get older and we lose our estrogens, we start getting this insulin resistance, and this is a major factor.
Well, viewers, insulin resistance is also pre-diabetes, so just watch that too.
Right.
All right.
And then the stress. So
that's a big one.
Yeah, that's a big one. We feel more stressed out because our bodies produce more cortisol. And cortisol, as you know, is a stress hormone. And cortisol causes us to store more fat.
Yeah.
Also, stressful thoughts can activate our metabolic pathways and cause weight gain and insulin resistance.
Wow.
And the third one I wanted to talk about was sleep, because at that time of our life, we have a lower quality sleep.
Yeah.
We need to get that restful sleep between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. That deep sleep occurs between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. when our liver and brain is detoxing, and we need that sleep.
Okay, so now we know at least the three big guns: stress, insulin resistance, and sleep. Yes. So what are some of the strategies that you're going to give us if we want to manage our weight at this point in our life? What are some things that we could do?
These are some of the things that I teach my clients to do.
Okay.
First of all, we have to be in a loving awareness presence, in order for our bodies to function at its highest. So we have to learn about forgiveness for ourselves and others, self-love, gratitude, and compassion. Then we have to be in a parasympathetic state, which is a rest and digest state. If we're not in that state, how can we digest food? We in a state where if we're in a fight or flight state, which is a sympathetic state, our body is not going to be digesting food. Our blood supply is running to our arms and legs and be ready to fly away or run. So we have to learn to be calm and be mindful and be present. Mm-hmm. And by doing certain practices like meditation and mindfulness, and very important, some deep breathing to help with that in a daily practice.
Okay. And
then we have diet, of course. We talk about having a narrowed feeding window, so intermittent fasting. Do a 60.
So that means you're talking about when we eat also matters at this age, correct?
Of course, yes. What time of the day we eat.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you told us about two things. Is there more? This is the third one.
Yes, diet, and then sleep is a very important one. It's because it's so important to get that sleep between 10 and 10:30 and wake in the morning between 6 and 6:30. And we need to do this so that we could, what will help our sleep a lot is to reset our circadian clock.
That was what I was going to ask you.
Yes. And how can we reset our circadian clock? We start by when we wake in the morning, we go out in the sunlight, early morning sunlight, and that increases our dopamine production. So the cycle starts with dopamine in the morning. then you have serotonin at noon, and then we get to melatonin at night. So this is the three hormones that are responsible for the circadian clock. So in the night, you want to be dark because that's when melatonin is produced.
Yeah.
So in the day, you want sunlight, and in the night, you want dark.
No more phones at night.
And of course, yes, no, avoid screens, avoid EMFs.
Yeah.
So no TV after 8 p.m., no TV, no phones, no internet. So I would suggest that you put or something like a timer on your router to turn off your Wi-Fi around 8 o'clock, let it come back on in the morning. And that way it's a deterrent for you. You don't have to, you know, you wouldn't be tempted to go and go on your computer or your phone, or so your Wi-Fi is off. So you have to do other practices, you know. Maybe maybe you can do some board games, read, do other things. You don't need to be having this blue light and EMFs around you because it affects your sleep so much.
All right, so those are the big ones, and now we see what we could do to help to manage this weight. Let's talk about some foods that we could do to manage our weight at this point.
Okay, so foods we can use to manage weight is, first we start with fish, the omega-3s. And of course, we're going to eat wild-caught fish, which is like salmon and sardines and stuff like that. Eggs are another good source of protein, so of protein and choline, which is very good for the brain at this time. And eggs have also been shown to improve insulin sensitivity. Then we have beans and legumes. Beans and legumes are plant-based protein. They provide protection against protective phytoestrogens. Then we have poultry and red meat. And make sure you eat pasture-raised eggs and poultry that has not been antibiotics or anything like that, free-range poultry, and grass-fed red meats. And they are a good source of protein as well, vitamins and minerals, especially selenium, zinc, and iron. Okay. And we have our healthy fats, our hormone-healthy fats, which we known as avocados as one. We have olive oils, nuts and seeds, especially flax seeds, which are high in omega-3s. We can have small amounts of saturated fats like butter, ghee, coconut oil. Okay, so these are proteins and fat. What about when it comes to vegetables? Do we have any specific vegetable that you recommend we like to use? Yeah, we do the green leafy vegetables, and vegetables belonging to the brassicaceae family, such as the broccoli, the kale, the cabbage, the Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, and the collards. Okay. What about fruit? Then recommend any fruit for us at this time? Yes, berries are always a good source of phytonutrients. So berries are a good source for fruits. But we can have many fruits as well. All right, because you talked about estrogen dominance, and we know that from what I know that estrogen is also excreted from the liver, from the body through the liver. So what are some of the things that we could do to support our liver at this point in menopause? Okay, so of course we can eat a balanced diet. So that's what's supporting our liver. Stay very hydrated. So we need to drink at least twice the amount, half our body weight in water. So if we weigh 140 pounds, we should be drinking at least 70 ounces of water. And if we have toxic liver and we're not pooping, because we have to make sure if we have 2 meals a day, we poop twice a day. And we have to look at that. Some people, nowadays, we don't like to think and look at our poop, but poop is very important. And looking at it is key in our health. Okay. And we can also use something called castor oil packs to help us detox our liver. And you could probably find these packs on Amazon. And it's very simple and very effective for. Okay. So now at least we know, so once we're eating healthy, we have to support our liver, and then we have to make sure we are pooping.
at this age is more important because women usually have a lot of constipation issues, especially at menopause too. So thank you for bringing that one up. And then Karima, before we bring our conversation to a close, I want to see, where could people find you if they're looking for
Okay.
you, and if there is any programs you have coming up that viewers could check you out?
Well, thank you for asking me that, Salome. Okay. You can find me on my website, which is www.resetfxnutrition.com. And you can book a free metabolic assessment call with me on resetfxnutrition.com/book call. And also you can find me on my Facebook business page under the same name, ResetFX Nutrition. Now I have a program coming up starting September 25th. It's a 10-week program, and it's called the Reset Lifestyle Metabolic Program. And I'll be helping people, to guiding people and being accountability partner for them, to guide them through this 10-week period. It's to help you lose weight and reset your metabolism. So I look forward to some of you guys joining me there. I'm sure it will be something that will be beneficial to you.
Very good. We're going to put all those information underneath the video so that you could see and check Karima out. This woman will help you if you're a woman fighting with, struggling through the menopause period and you're not sure what to do. You're struggling with weight gain around menopause and you're looking for that aspect. Karima will help you in that area. And Karima, we are almost done with today's interview. I want to say thank you so much for your time. Do you have any last words for my viewers?
Yes, Salome, thank you so much for having me. I just want to make some final comments that I want people to be remembered this, that stress is important. So try to lessen your stress, be more loving and kind, be more in a parasympathetic rest and digest state.
Yeah.
Try to do some intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
Get good morning sunlight. Have some gentle exercise. Eat nutrient-dense foods and avoid gluten, dairy, sugar, and excessive alcohol and coffee and processed foods, trans fats, and simple carbs. And again, I always try, this is what I want to leave these last few words with you. Always strive to be the highest and best version of yourself, always. And again, thanks you for listening, and I trust that you received some pearls of wisdom today. Blessings to all with love and light.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Karima, for coming to Ezra Wellness. I am most grateful. Viewers, you heard her. If you're a woman with menopause, that's why Ezra Wellness will be preaching. We need to eat healthy. That is the only way that we could support our body through this period of life. Thank you once again, Karima, for your time. And viewers, if you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like it, and share this video out there so that people will get to hear the story about menopause and meet Karima and see what she could be doing for them at this point in their life. Until I see you in the next video, I say this is Ezra Wellness, where you learn proven ways to healthy living. Thank you for your time.